It's 3 in the morning and I've just been tossing and turning for an hour. It's one of those times where, like, of course you have a big long day ahead of you and you have to wake up super early, but you can't sleep. But of course, when you don't have anything to do the next day, you sleep like a baby. I want to talk about people wearing what I want to call right now the badass mask. It's like what's really jumping out to me right now. I think sometimes it's cultural as well, depending on where you live. You might see more or less of this, but what I'm really seeing right now is like so many people just really trying to be so cool and so badass. There's like people wearing like torn clothing and like leather jackets and like, you know, it's like these hard faces and like not smiling at each other. It just makes me think about how when I had a spiritual awakening 2 years ago now, part of what was hard for me in accepting that next kind of level for myself was starting to be able to use the words like love in a different context than I had known it before. Talking about love is like a bigger, more important thing than kind of what we see in mainstream media. And that was because I had kind of identified with this cool kind of persona, you know, like this like harder persona where you're like more sarcastic, we're talking about love is just like, I don't know, it's like a weird kind of church context, or if not that kind of context, then kind of, you know, love is in like a romantic kind of love, when really there's so much more to it. And when we're kind of taking on these like cool people masks, we're like hurting ourselves so much because we're shielding ourselves from others. It's like a protection thing, but at the same time we're blocking our access to love. We're blocking our access to true connection to others, but ultimately to ourselves and to all that is. And I just feel like it's such a waste when you kind of look around and you just see all these people trying to trying to be cool, like so worried. What I feel is like ultimately being kind of worried about what others think, and so you just kind of put up these walls, put up these shields. And so I just want to say right now, like, part of living a life that feels like amazing and true to you, I think, is part of like being able to be like living your authentic, like your true self is being able to be weird and like not be cool, and to like let your freak flag fly, and to like not be worried about like looking like silly or goofy or stupid sometimes, because you're just missing out on so much, you know? Okay, I'm gonna try to sleep.